Right. Welcome back once again to another live stream. It's very early here in New Zealand, again, should I say? But that's fine. Oh, yep, frame's good. Sweet. Um, right. Hi, team. Hope everyone's doing well. Most people still in lockdown, bits and pieces. um, Today, we're just going to do a bit of a shorter session than we normally do. And really just around a little bit of speed and intensity. Okay. So we've done some good work over the last streams. So this is sort of just adding to the mixture. If you're looking at going back and sort of doing some of those again. So this one is really around building up to finding a good pace and intensity. Okay. So what the deal is today is that and I like doing these type of sessions. I thought we could do 12, but I think we'll just stick with 10 to start with. Hey, look, we've got plenty more time when we can do stuff. Just 2 minute pieces. Now, 2 minutes is sort of around that 500 meter mark for a lot of people. It'll be a lot quicker for some, might be slower for others, but it's a good way for all of us here today that are on the stream to really try and nail it. Okay. Now, what we're doing at the same time when we're doing that is we're just going to go up in the ratings as well. And we're going to start reasonably low, I guess, 24. And then we'll go to 26, to 28, to 30, to 32. Now, the reason we do two is really just to find how we can do one, try and find the rhythm, try and find the feeling, and then go, okay, on this next one, I know what the feeling should feel like. Can I add a little bit more? Okay. And that's really the key to it, is just trying to see if we can add that little bit more intensity, because a lot of things around being on the rowing machine is that, yes, we work on the technique and we're trying to get that flow and we're trying to get that rhythm, etc., etc. But we, at the same time, there are times like today where we have to really focus on the intensity that we're actually giving the stroke. Because when we're doing it for a long period of time, yep, we don't necessarily have to be overly intensive with how we're pushing it, because we might be doing 10 minutes, 4 10-minute pieces, bits and pieces, where on a day like today, it really is just around the intensity of giving it a good nudge. Okay. So that's about all we need to explain about what we're going to do today. What we do need to do is we need to warm up quite well for it. So we'll probably do with the warm up. We don't have to do like a full race warm up because we're not going to punch it out straight away. But we will sit on here for sort of 5 minutes, getting up to that our sort of normal training pace. And then we'll just do that series of sort of 30-40 second pieces, building up to about 30, 32, and then we should be good from there. Okay. Now, one other thing as well, we haven't done it on here yet, and I think it's something that really is up to you to do at home, is doing max pieces. The reason I haven't really tried to do any sort of max, like if you're going to do, say, 10 500-meter pieces, you might want to try and do them sort of at max type of thing. I really feel that that's a very, very personal preference in terms of rating, the intensity that you give it. And I think that if we were to do it on stream, we'd get way out of kilter, because some people will rate really high, some people won't. And so these are just exercises and workouts that allow you to just feel how you can do it as a person. And so, by the time we do get to that 32, yeah, we're going to be pretty buggered, because we would have done all the workouts before it. But at the same time, what then it allows you to do is, if you want to have a go on the last one, have a go. Okay, so that's really where we're going to build up to doing it for that. But remember, it is a longer session. Might not look like much, but even the rest period in between is not going to help. Okay, it'll click down pretty quickly, and then we're going to have to make sure that we build into these quite effectively and efficiently so that we hit the line for each one, and we can really nail that. Rather than waiting for it to click over 0 and then giving it a push, we want to be sort of building this with about 5 or 6 seconds to go, so that when that does click over 0, the first stroke that we take is already reading some really good numbers for us. Okay, so let's get on. I'm just going to chug the last part of my coffee, and then we'll be good to go. I should mention too, it is another chance. If you're still not sold on all your setup, or if you do like changing your setup, check out your feet and have a go with your drag. Okay, plenty of time today to really have a look at changing your drag a little bit if you want. Yeah, as I say, always, it's all about personal preference, and it's about making you comfortable. As you start pushing a little bit more intensity, you might be like, you know what, it is starting to feel a little bit hard on my body. So maybe you want to like just change your drag a little bit, which will take it out of being out of it feeling slightly heavier to just making it feel slightly quicker, because you've got less resistance, which means you've got to think more about the acceleration than you do with the outright power. Okay. Chug it. Here we go. Okay. So get out of that. Jump onto there. Better start some. Look at that. The rower right at the top of the Apple Watch. Okay. So in the warm up, as we normally do, just remember we want to be loose, like get the body nice and limber. Stretch back a bit, forward, whatever needs to be done. Just getting ourselves nicely set. Starting to feel the rhythm. First and foremost, make it feel nice and easy, and just get the motion. And then we can start squeezing it down from there. Getting that stretch in the legs as the seat comes underneath. Good. You've already been warming up, that's fine, great. Okay. So now we just want to start adding that little bit of weight. Okay, now what I mean by the weight is actually feeling that force on the handle and transferring it through the connector of the body and into the feet. There it is. Good. Feeling the flow, rhythm. Good. We're starting to push a little bit more every time. We want to start trying to eke this down towards our training pace over the next couple of minutes. Nice. Okay, feeling all the rhythm. Release that tension around the finish. Hands. Brush the body, move away. Rise forward. Nice. Okay, really good. Do that coming up onto the feet. Do that good stretch in the body now. Okay, blood continuing to flow. Muscles getting that work in. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So in about 25 seconds, I'm just going to do 30 seconds. Just free it up, add a little bit of pressure. Somewhere around that 24, 26. Just see where it comes to. Okay, move with the machine. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So we just give it a bit more push. Hands. So we're moving quicker. We're also feeling the drive. Nice. Okay. And take it down. Okay, so we'll do a couple of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Then we'll increase the gap. Okay. So this time we'll try and get a couple more points of rating. So in 10 seconds, starting to firm. 5. And moving in. Now, so just moving quicker. And more push. Nice. Breathe. Trying to stay loose. Good hang. 5 seconds. Take it down. Okay, good. So these type of primers really just need to shock the body and to get him ready. Pump some blood around to the muscles. Okay. We're starting to firm. 10 seconds. Go up to around that sort of 28. Here we go. 5, 3, moving. Now. So find the rhythm. And then feel the push. Yeah, nice. Hang. 5 seconds. And down. Okay, so we'll have about a minute. And then we'll do probably just a couple more pieces. Maybe one more. Up around this 30, 32. Okay. So the whole idea of these pieces today is work reasonably well, reasonably hard, while using the rhythm in the first of the piece. And then when you do the second one at the same rating, that's where we're trying to look for improvement. And we're adding a couple of percent We just want to see a quicker number, okay? So let's start firming it. Do this one around 30 rate, okay? Starting to firm, 5 seconds. Building in. Now, so free the hands. Feel the swing. Feel the push. Move the hands. Good, long arms. Five seconds. Good. Okay. Nice. Okay, really good. So that sort of warm up, perfect for this type of session. If you were going to do 1 minute pieces yourself, do something very similar. It's really just about priming the body. Okay, you've got to get it warmed up enough. You know, if you don't feel like you're warmed up enough, you just got to work it out a little bit more. Everybody takes different amounts of time to get that body into a position where you feel like you can really rip into the session. I think I've said it before in a couple of bits. A lot of people are like, I don't want to do too much now because it's going to take it out on me in the warm-up. Okay? It's not going to, unless you're really super unfit, which I mean like first or second session on the machine. I guarantee you that generally it's because we don't do enough warm-up that you sort of feel a bit, I don't know whether I can push it that hard, or you sort of feel in this little bit of a grey area. Okay, you'll be surprised at what the body can do. Okay, so let's get ready to rock and roll. So remember the goal of today. The goal of today is we do the first piece of each set. So first of the 24s, get the rhythm, get the ratio, we get the acceleration, we get the flow, we zone into it, we do it well, we have our break. What can I do better? We think about it, we talk about it. Bang, second one. We want to find a little bit more speed. Okay, and we want to find it with easy speed. We don't want to just like all of a sudden try and rip into it and pull another 3 or 4 numbers. Okay, the idea is to be going well at the first one, but the second one's about how can we do it more efficiently or easier. Okay, so we still want to be working reasonably hard in that first one, but we want to be thinking on it, and then we're going to be thinking, how can I make that change for the second one? Okay, so we're going to be working reasonably hard. We want to see some really good numbers. We want to really start pushing your limits a little bit. And then ultimately, as I say, once we get up to that 28, 30, 32, you'll know about it, okay? And ultimately, we really want to try and push those numbers because I feel that sort of 28, 30, 32 area is going to be a really good area for sort of racing stuff, okay? Anywhere from that 5K range, 6K if you wanted to do that, down to your 2K, okay? All of that, those ratings are where we want to be for that period of time. So while we're doing this and we're pushing hard, we still want to be efficient. We want to be able to push as hard as we can, get the speed that we can while we're trying to stay relaxed. Working the drive, relaxing the recovery, okay? That's what we'll focus on. So let's go. Let's rip into it, okay? So select workout, like normal, new workout, intervals, time, click that up to 2 minutes and take that rest to 1 minute 30. Pretty sure that we've got enough rest, okay? We've got enough rest. I know we do. We could make it shorter, could make it longer, but I reckon that minute 30 is going to be about right in terms of the rest, okay? So the first one we'll be doing from the standing start. So we're going to just have to make sure we get into it, get the rhythm straight away, and then just sit back onto that flow. Okay, right. So let's press our tick button. Thus ready to rock and roll. All right, thanks Apple, giving me all these notifications. Right, okay, so let's sit nice and ready. Right, first piece at 24. Are you ready? Attention, go. Good, so find the rhythm. Feel how long the push is. Okay. Feel the hang. Yeah. Here's our rhythm. Sit back. See the stroke. Work the drive. Relax the recovery. Nice. To flow. Hang. Feel it. Long arms. Connect the feet. Yeah, nice rhythm. Sit back. Okay, good. Keep that intent. Good intent. With intensity. Getting that body into a good zone. Right, all the way to the line. Nice. Okay. Catching my breath. Okay, really good first piece. Good consistency. Good rhythm. Okay. It's only 2 minutes, so we've got to focus that 2 minutes. We're going to get that push, going to get that swing. We're just going to let it happen coming forward. Always trying to allow that machine to do some work for us as much as possible. So, check out your numbers, check out your splits. We want to be able to go just a little bit quicker on this one. Okay, now we know what we did the first one. Where can we make some change? Can I make it a little bit more free? Do I need to hang a little bit more? Ask yourself the questions, okay, and we'll put it into practice on this. Okay, so we need to start building about 5 or 6 seconds before the line. So here we go. We just need to add the pressure. Yeah. So back on 24. Now, so when you hit the line, numbers are straight there. Okay, now hang, first and foremost. Long arms. Feel that push, both feet. Roll around the front. Yeah, long arms. Hang. Engage the feet and the core. Hang under the armpits. Let the machine do the work. Good. Nice, man. Body weight. Breathe into your zone. Work. Rest. Nice. Good intensity. It's not max. It's good solid. Rhythm. Pendulum. Good. Okay. I think I've got about another 8 meters. Okay. So really nice. Okay. The workout today also is about managing that intensity, because we can sit along and tap it along quite well, but when we're only doing 2 minutes at a time, we just want to push a little bit harder. Okay. And it's only slight, but it's managing that intensity from longer training pieces where we've got to get through, say, 8 or 10 minutes before we have a break. Now just doing 2 minutes before we get a break. So we can do each 2 minute with that little bit more push, a little bit more power, because we know that when the 2 minutes is up, we can rest into it, we can take our time, okay, and we can build back into it again. So 26, same thing, build to the line, move a bit quicker, feel that power that we're putting in. Here we go. Moving in. Yeah. So start off, find that rhythm, the 26. Long stroke. Hang. Good. Okay. Now get it continuous. Now metronomic rhythm. Pendulum. Around the front. Roll up and push. Leave the arms out long. And breathe. Sit back. Do the stroke. Nice. Brush the body. Nice. Open the mouth. Good. Nice. Hang. Always hang. Under the arm. Out of the shoulder. Good. Okay. So keep moving. Pretty sure we're all going to be puffing now. Okay. What we do in the recovery is really going to help our intensity, our speed through the rest of the session. Okay. So breathe, take a drink if you need. And the oxygen back in the muscles. Okay, it's going to be a different feeling today because we are pushing a bit harder. The body will probably try and do a little bit more anaerobic work. So the heart rate might not get too high, but you're definitely going to feel it. Okay? Great thing about the human body. The same thing again. Now we've done one. Find that rhythm, find the flow, and just set into it, okay? Make it continuous for this whole 2 minutes. Okay, it might take us 20 seconds to get there. Okay, so let's start building. Okay, and in we go. Long arms. Leave them out. Okay, make it feel continuous. There it is. Hang and swing. Arms out long. Okay, feel that push. Work. Rest. Good intensity. Now hold. Rhythm. And we're just trying to find a bit more speed. Only what we did the first one. Making it easier. Good. Body weight. Ripping off the legs. Sitting back. Through the stroke. Nice. Breathing. Acting. All the way. Okay, nice. Okay, keep moving. Spend the first 30 seconds just trying to calm the body. Okay, really good. Keep working on finding that rhythm, finding that intensity, which allows us to maintain for 2 minutes, okay? Now we're not maxing everything out, but we are working hard. There's a time and a place for max, okay? Today, and like always, we can work through that efficiencies, work through that rhythm, and work through that flow, okay? So we're going up this time to 28. Just remember, just move everything that little bit quicker. Let the machine do the work. Okay, here we go. So building into it, firming. And 28. Good. Okay, find the flow. Let the chain take us forward. There's our rhythm. There's our motion. Breathe into it. Acceleration. Good. Hang. Feel that push. Both feet. Around the front. Good. Halfway. And rhythm. Flow. Sit back. Feel that push. Long arms. Use your body weight. Relax the face. Nice. Good. Hold this. Last part. Heads up. Nice. Okay. Good. Nice. Okay, working hard. It is a work hard sort of day, but it also working hard, trying to be efficient, trying to keep as much stress and tension away as possible so we can just zone into our rhythm and our flow. So, focusing now, get ourselves composed, have a drink if you need. So we need to start firming at about 15 seconds to go. Taking some breaths. Okay, we're going to build with that 5 or 6 to go. Hit the line, 28, and then zone into that rhythm. Remember, trying to just a little bit more. Here we go. Then we've done last one. And move. Start with long arms. No tension in the shoulders. Move the hands. There's our rate. Now let's feel the rhythm. Feel the swing. Push through the hips. Body swing. Nice. Hang. And breathe. Long. Extension. Good. Close feet. Here we go. Round up. Tap it along. Good. Relax the face. Maintain. Good flow. All the way. Nice. Really good. Okay. So really nice. Okay. Now it's only going to get harder from here. You might not see a huge change in speed because right at those ratings we just had then are a really good zone out rhythm where you get the balance between the strength, the weight of the body, the legs. Whereas now, to keep it up around that 30, we've got to keep the hands moving. We've got to keep the legs a little bit more accelerated rather than powerful, okay? So the focus on the body is a bit more of a swing through with the acceleration of the legs. So the leg speed dictates the body speed. And then remember, hands around the back. So build it up to that 30, and then let's tap it along, okay? Booming. Tap it along. Here we go. Building in. Yeah. Hand speed. Around the back. Okay, breathe. Chain taking us forward. Drawing the bodies over. Push the body. Push. And breathe. Good. Hang. Bring into the flywheel. Good. Focus. Long arm. Cross the body. Rhythm. Metronome. Good. It's up. Chest up. All the way. Hold. Good. Whoa. Nice. Okay. Keep moving, keep breathing. Nice. Okay. We've set ourselves a target on that one. Now let's try and repeat. Find that efficiency. If we keep it moving, we keep the tap, we stay in front of the speed, okay? We've got to try as much as possible to stay in front of the speed. And what that means is flywheel spinning, chains moving. We don't want to let it slow down so that it gets heavy out of the front. We've got to be on top of it, tapping it along, moving the hands. If the rate speeds up a little bit, don't worry too much because it means you're trying to keep in front of it. Okay, so starting to firm. Second one at 30. Moving the speed. Focus on this, building. Here we go. Good rhythm. Work it out to the left. Brush the body. Accelerate. Nice. Body weight. Rhythm. Front of the body. Round the front. Tap along. Elastic length. Keep the freedom. Move the hands. Both feet. Push. Good. Breathing. Hold and hang all the way. Right to the line. Good. Nice. Okay, really good. Breathing, 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 breathing. Okay. Wipe the sweat off if you need. But ultimately, gotta keep moving. Okay. 2 more pieces to go. On this one, at this 32, we've just got to focus on our rhythm. Okay. It's going to be right up the top of where probably a lot of people are comfortable with rating. Move. Don't worry too much about the length out the front. You know, like if it's feels a little bit short, don't worry. Get the rhythm, keep the speed, and then just so maybe I could get a centimetre more length. Maybe again. So focus on it at the same time. First and foremost, let's get our rating, our rhythm, building. 32, here we go. Moving in. Okay, move the hands. Very accelerated. Won't be a huge swing back. Okay, breathe. Hands away. Push. Breathe. And tap. Relax the face. Nice. Hold the rhythm. Armpits. Hands away. and swing. All right. Breathe. No tension in the face. To the line. Yeah. Holding. Nice. Okay. Breathe it. Keep moving. Last piece. Okay. Now, if you feel really good, awesome. If you feel like me, even better. Okay. Means we've really had a good push, really good focus, and this rhythm, finding that intensity to maintain, okay, and then always working on that improvement. So same thing again, 30 seconds to go. Breathe it in. Let's start to firm a little bit now. So get the rhythm, get the pendulum, sit on the rate. If you feel a bit good with a minute to go, maybe try and add a little bit more. Here we go. First and foremost, rhythm, improvement, relaxation. Here it is. Good. Hand speed. Round the back. Hang. Nice. Good length. Feel the rhythm. Okay, zone in on that. Breathe. Round the front. Open the mouth. Sit back. Accelerate. Handles. Rhythm. Yeah. Feel the rhythm. 30 seconds. Yeah. Relax the face. Hang. Push. All the way. Yeah. Nice. Oh, okay, great work. I'm gonna have to paddle this one down for a bit. Oh, okay. Really good. Really good flow. Really good trying to stay relaxed. Okay, moving with it. While having that pressure, having that power. to really try and hit some good numbers. Okay, and then looking for improvement in the way that we were doing that. Really good. Okay, so you might find that heart rates wouldn't have been as high as you might normally have been, because we're definitely working more anaerobic towards the end of that. So just save your machine, press the menu a few times. I'll put that workout into the menu, into the memory. Do it onto your Concept 2 holiday challenge if you're involved with that. Okay. So let's do this warm down together. Okay, I'm just going to wipe a bit of sweat off. Have a quick drink. If you can do it while you're still moving, it's good. Okay. Right, okay, so first and foremost, let's just find the length, seat come underneath, and feel the weight in the hands. Okay, feel as we push away, feel that connection now. The hands have that chain resistance. Think about that sprocket that it's going around and moving the flywheel. We can feel that, smooth. Okay, good. We've got to be active in this recovery. Okay, we've actually got to push the legs down a little bit. Might feel a bit awkward now, but trust me, I've never let you down. It'll make you feel a bit better in a couple of minutes. Okay, push. Feeling the bodies starting to get opened up by the legs. Okay, bit of weight through the lower back, right through with the handle. Okay, we're back into 90% of our rhythm, of our form that we'd normally have if we were training. We just haven't got the power on the legs. Okay, seat come under, let the chain bring us forward. Really good chance now to just feel it come out, exaggerate it, feel it draw us with soft knees so that we don't have the harsh break. It just flows over top. Okay, under the armpits. Feel it in the lats. As much out of the shoulders as we can. Good. There it is. Very nice. Okay, good. So now we're just feeling the body weight coming off the legs. Okay, we'll feel low on energy, but my muscles feel pretty good already. Quads are still burning a bit. Glutes as well. One thing that people ask about as well, do they get a sore butt being on the rower? Absolutely. Okay. Seat pads you can get. You can roll up a little hand towel, put that on here. A lot of it comes from the nerves just underneath where you're sitting on the edge of the seat. I have seen in the past people that get really bad problems with their legs going numb have actually scalloped out the front of the seat. Okay, where the legs go down, just to really help out with like no nerve pinching, that sort of stuff. But that's how it works. We're sitting on something hard, trying to make it as good as possible. Okay, so there's 4 or 5 minutes down after our piece. Excuse me. So, great workout, really solid, and hopefully anyone that hasn't done anything like that before or they don't get my method of madness. Hopefully that there sort of explains a little bit around it. Yes, there is time and a place. I definitely think it's something quite personal for people to do in terms of their own development, to do like 1 minute on, 1 minute off, because ratings change. You might start out really high, bring it back to rhythm, or you might start out low, get a bit quicker as you speed things up. And it is very personal because it's just about you hammering yourself. Okay, 1 minute on, 1 minute off by 10 is a really, it's probably one of the hardest high intensity sessions you can go. Okay, there's a few more that are very, very specific, but in terms of just like setting the machine up, making it easy for anybody to do it, that there would really test the resolve. Whereas today with the workout that we did here, the idea is to see the improvement. It's to see what you can do at the same time as feeling the fatigue that's getting put upon you by what we're doing. And you might find that you went, well, you know what, 28 was perfect. I got to 30, I went 5 meters quicker, whatever, but I didn't feel that comfortable. And then when I got to 32, just completely out of my comfort zone. Cool. Okay. Now we know where you're at. Now we know where you need to look at trying to improve, whether it's the freedom, whether you just can't move that quick. Okay. And there is no rhyme or reason. There is no right or wrong rating that you should be hitting. It's really, really personal. But things like this just start to teach you what you can do, where you can go. And if you were to do like 1,000 meter piece, what rating would you do it? Would you do it at 28? Would you try and do it at 32? Would you try and do it faster and blow up? All of these little things come into the equation when we're doing trainings, and it is just about learning. Training's always about learning. It's about failing, learning, knowing what we need to do better, and looking for improvement. So, what do we got? Any comments? Everyone looks like they're everyone looks like they're too buggered to be able to type. Mish, I focus too much on U2 steady state and sprint, so thanks for putting me through high aerobic. Yeah, okay, awesome. Yep, there's a lot of steady state stuff that we do. Personally, working through that steady state, it's, in my opinion, you still want to be doing 80% of your work predominantly in that, because that's fitness, it's aerobic area. When you start moving out of the comfort zone into things like this, or even when we do like those 8-minute ones, towards the end of that, you start moving from the aerobic to the anaerobic, but it's very high-ended stuff. So it is really good to just mix it up every now and again, because if you do a lot of steady state, you can go really fast by doing that because the body gets used to it. But on the other side, if you want to do sprint work and you're going to do like 500s, you still got to feel that burn. You still got to get a bit of that pinch and that pain, which it just has to happen. We can be sitting here now and I know that we've done a workout, but I definitely don't feel as bad as I did with like 40 seconds to go in that last one, going, man, this is hard. Okay, so that's really good. Bill, bug it for sure. Great workout. Daniel, yep, you got me those last two pieces. Yeah, it is. As I say, I definitely think when we try and do workouts and things for yourselves as well, as you go through a workout, you're going to lose energy, you're going to get fatigued, you're getting tired, etc., etc. So if you structure workouts that you do where you're trying to increase the rating, what you'll find, you might not be going any quicker, but you won't be going slower. Where generally, if you said, okay, we're going to do 10 pieces and they were all at 30 or 28, whatever, we'll probably start going slower for the last two pieces. And then you finish it and you go, far out. Man, I just was shit in those last couple, and you feel a little bit dejected about it. Whereas with this, if we try and go up and you can't go up, you go, you know what, I hit my level, and you know that you hit it and you know where your equilibrium lies. And that's what we try and do. And that's what I feel is better for your development than it is just pumping everything out at one steady like rating and piece. And it allows you at the same time to build into it as well, because if you were to hit things at the line and go really hard, yes, there is a chance of injury, etc., etc. Shiraban, I was hit by acid reflux during my last week. Do you suggest any remedies during your workout before workouts? Acid reflux? No, I don't. Sorry, I've never really experienced it. What is it? A Mazropol or something is like a good, stuff to take. I wouldn't. Maybe sometimes with acid reflux, are you using? I know people, if you have quite sugary or quite high electrolyte drinks, that can sort of get to you. I don't tend to drink too much electrolyte stuff while I'm training. I do it afterwards, really just because I don't feel like I'm doing long enough to worry about the electrolytes at the time. But I do it when I go afterwards. So, hey, you could try something like that. Blow up, aka fly and die, similar with that. Okay. Yeah, well, that's hey, look, you'll get there, Mish. With like the more you do, the more you go out of that comfort zone. The fight, you'll find that it'll get better and better. Greg too shouted to hold my phone. Great workout. Yeah, okay, yeah. Follow Greg's thing there about the acid reflux, etc., etc. Do you know any rowers that suffered from intersection syndrome? Which is intersection? Are you talking about the in your wrist? I don't know what intersection syndrome is, actually, to be honest. Sorry, Mustafa. Enlighten me a little bit more. I'll have to Google it. Oh, okay. Yeah, thumb and wrist. A lot of people. Okay. A lot of people. There's a couple that people get. Yeah, and so you'll blow up in here, and you get a little bit of crepitus. And a lot of people get the one that goes underneath. It's we call it carpal tunnel or something. Maybe it is intersection. A lot of that is probably just doing this too much at the finish, so the elbows going down. Try and keep them a bit flatter. And if you are rowing, honestly, it happens to a lot of people. And if it gets really bad and it gets really tight, the only way that you can get it repaired is to go in, and they've got to clean out the sheath. So they cut you open, clean out the sheath, and then it shouldn't come back. So there's not a lot you can do about that one. Sorry. I've seen a lot of people had it. I've had it a couple of times in terms of getting tight, but most of the time you just got to row through it and see what you get. Okay, right. Thanks, team. Yeah, awesome workout. Nice little punchy one. As I say, I do feel that it is almost too difficult if we're trying to do rowing like this with ourselves to be able to like hit out those really high intensity ones where we're maxing it, because I just think ideally I'd like to be talking and giving a little bit of advice. Yes, I was battling a little bit in that because it's hard work. And so I don't think I could be able to do that if we're going full tit. And B, I just think we'll all be way out of tune. And because you're watching something on screen, you're watching something on there, I just feel that you just sort of get out of touch with your rhythm, trying to listen to what you're doing, et cetera, et cetera. And I know that our timings go out a little bit because as the clock ticks down zero, if you don't start on zero, you might get a second behind, bits and pieces. So it is really just making sure that we are doing that sort of stuff. And it is very personal because some people just don't get high. Some people don't like doing a lot of that high intensity because it's just not what they want to do. Whereas other people love it, and that's what predominantly most of their training is about. So this is a really good mix. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be back in next week. So stay safe, social distance, wear a mask, follow the instructions of the people that know what's going on. It's the only way we can get through this together. Okay, awesome work. The silly season's about to start. December, it's getting towards the Christmas break. So stay safe, keep training. As I say, Concept 2 holiday challenge is up. Jump on there, nudge out some Ks, add to all the fundraising. Okay, right, until next week, thank you very much, and we'll see you later.